Hey guys, how you all doing? It's C9826 here. Throat is still a bit fucked, to be honest, but I'm going to soldier on and carry on with this post-commentary of classic mode on Highrise, as you can see. Probably been doing quite a lot of these post-commentary Highrise classic matches, or whatever you want to call them, simply because it's the mode I'm playing the most of at the moment. Really enjoying it. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I just had this sort of, obsession with hardcore I quite liked. I don't know if it's perception actually, but I just really quite liked and enjoyed hardcore. So I'm just going to break into this match here, get some good T-Bolt kills. If anybody is like a follower or a long-term sort of viewer, then I'm pretty shit with the T-Bolt. But right about here, you see the guy there with the T-Bolt. The guy right there, he's trying to empty his shotgun there, so he can pick up the T-Bolt, but we take it anyway. I thought that was quite funny in the match. I don't know what warrants trolling in the match of Uncharted 3, to be honest, but I guess that is probably an example I quite liked. But we get a pretty decent kill right about now. Excuse me. Looking around for a guy, and we see this guy right here. We managed to get him. First time I've done that. I've never done that before, because I'm so bad. I'm not so bad with the T-Bolt, I just generally don't use it. Nearly fall off the edge here, which I was a bit scared about, but we see the guy we just killed, like, rage quitting down there. Sometimes, people just generally disconnect from the match, which I find it's happened to me quite a bit. I would be bringing you a probably a block mesh map number 5 match, but I generally don't really like that block mesh map, to be honest. It's simply because I have generally not had a good time with it. In the first match I ever played on it, it glitched me invisible, even though I didn't get killed. So I have no idea how it happened, but in the cinema mode it shows that I die, but I did not die in the match at all, and there was no grenade blowing up my body, and I sort of carried on getting kills completely unaware of it until I realised that something was wrong. And so I sort of tested a few things out just by simply standing right in front of people, and people weren't seeing me, so I immediately stopped getting kills and trying to find ways of killing myself. The only way I could find a way of killing myself was by jumping off the edge. So I actually asked somebody, I looked at their profile, see if they spoke English. It said English in it, so I just asked him a quick question, and he said okay. Obviously English wasn't his first language, but I presume that to be yes, so I apologised, and I looked through the rest of the team we were against and apologised to them as well. I just felt like a complete asshole about it, and something that I thought was being patched, obviously that hasn't really been patched. I know that, like, an older video of mine from the old What the Fuck series that I sort of stopped doing was of an invisibility glitch still appearing or occurring. That does still tend to get some comments here and there, so I know what it's like to be killed, and in that match I experienced it by somebody who's being invisible. Here we just get a nice little quick headshot on that guy because he'd already been damaged, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, I was really pretty irritated about that. It made me seem like quite a bit of an asshole in my opinion. But I hope you guys don't think of me differently, if that makes any sense. Here we're just waiting for the T-Bolt to respawn, because it's coming up to the 3-minute mark since the guy that we stole it from just respawned. So we're going to go off with it again. Sort of what we do, we sort of wait around for the power weapon, basically a T-Bolt, for quite a bit in this match. Excuse me. You probably hear I've still got the cough and the throat issues it is caused from constant coughing. It is not very nice, so I'll not go into it. But here we just fail. I try to go for a QuickScope, but we get killed by the pistolet. But yeah, I cannot express how annoyed I was about being glitched invisible. Made me seem like a complete asshole. And then in the second match I played, in the previous video to this is why I support revenge on revenge. For those who don't know, it's like it's a support of people stopping using revenge, basically, because it has occurred some problems in my let's just say, and especially in that video was just a simple video, but I was just miles away from the grenade, and it killed me, and I was just sort of pretty annoyed about that. I wasn't overly sort of pissed off with it. I was just, as I'd usually get if I'd been playing this a lot more. The more I find I play, the more irritated I get, because I sort of lose concentration a bit more and expect things, and I get irritated with myself because I die in a newbie way, I guess, a mistake I shouldn't have made, if that makes sense. But yeah, I was pretty annoyed about that, and I've played like a couple since, but I generally just don't feel that map has the charm that attracted me to it. With number 3, I didn't really like number 1 or number 2 or really play them that much, but number 3 I think is probably my favourite because I just generally had a good time on that map, got some good, top 10 play worthy moments, but I don't have a capture card, and it didn't go to cinema at that point. It was a RPG, one RPG shell, got a Connect 4 with it in sort of the area at the end of the tunnel where some people were camping with snipers. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that map, and I'm wondering what they can do with future maps, because I just generally don't really like number 5, basically. I'm interested to see what they can try and do with new weapon-specific labs. I generally think they're probably becoming quite a lot harder to come up with ideas, because they're sort of, the most recent one was, the Mega Bomb thing. And I thought that was a fairly simple idea, something different, don't get me wrong, but I generally didn't enjoy that. Only played 3 minutes worth of the match on Syria, joined me in, and really didn't like it. And yeah, I'm really interested to see what they can do to keep it fresh and sort of feel new and still encourage people to play that mode. Tournament system, I've been starting to use that a lot, mainly for the treasure drops increased during classic mode. I think I was using one in this match here. Excuse me. And I generally have just gotten kills, like a good kill to death sort of ratio, if you like, where I've ranked up. At the moment I'm in the bronze tier. I don't really care about the tiers in the tool, honestly, because what's the point in getting a weapon which you can only add 1 mod to, when you can add, have a weapon with 2 mods or 3 mods in any other occasion, as long as you've unlocked it, if that makes sense. I think now I've only got like 2 tickets left, and I'm at like 14,000 points or something. Not going to get to gold. I mean, it would be cool if I did, a placement in the gold tier, though I wouldn't use any of the stuff it unlocked. Only the Jin skin at a tool sort of possibility, but I'm not going to get that. And I don't overly care about the cinema tournament mode, sorry. And yeah, that's probably all I've got to say on it. Excuse me. But Highrise, is changing the subject, is a map I quite like. I do like the sort of levels it has. I do prefer the Uncharted 2 variant, if any of you played that, with the helicopter that comes along and shoots rockets at areas, it's sort of buildings, which I think is a feature that they could have included in this map in Uncharted 3 version, because, we sort out some issues with people camping. I never really played, I only really brought the Uncharted 2 DLC when it was free the other month, like a few months ago, and I didn't really play that much Team Deathmatch. In that game I'm much more of a co-op person, as in this I do prefer the co-op modes. Overall, I guess you could say, I am a player of the co-op. I've played that quite a lot because I do sort of enjoy it. I do like some of the items you can get, like the top hat. Haven't unlocked that yet, but there are other sort of things that I do quite like with that mode. But it sort of gives you a bit of practice as well as to improving your accuracy, which I do sort of see the point in. I don't know what happened there when my character sort of just flew backwards. But anyways, it's a nice mode. I quite like it. It's a shame that it's not purely like survival all the time, sieging all the time, or plunder thing all the time. But there's nothing I can do about it. It adds some difference, I guess. I don't really know what to make about it, but it's generally just a bit annoying when you have Treasure Hunter for however many times in a row. Excuse me, but we got a few seconds left of this match. Got some sort of things off my chest. Apologies for the post commentaries at the moment. I did try doing a live commentary yesterday, but I just don't think it was that good. And I think I do much better jobs with these post commentaries, with the quality, for example. But this is the end of the match, and it will be the end of the video now. I shall see you guys hopefully next week on Monday. Maybe if I get any good plays, I'll upload those as a short video this weekend. But apart from that, maybe a little thing now and then. But I shall see you guys next time. Got a bit of work to do as well, so that's probably going to take a bit of priority with university stuff and etc. But I shall see you guys next time. Thanks very much for watching. If you watched to the very end, goodbye.